Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. So in this particular video, I'll be answering the number 2 question that one of our viewers asked. In the last video, I answered one of the questions, and in this video, I'll be answering the second question. And in the previous video, I answered why I soak my seed in water before I start nursing them. And in this video, I'll be answering number 2 question, which is why I choose Cobra 26 F1 this time around in this particular batch of production. Now, I'm a big fan of Platinum F1. I've been planting Platinum F1 for the longest of time, and I'm a big fan of Platinum F1, which is why I think that was why this person asked the question why I had to choose Cobra 26 F1 this time around. And the reason is just simple, and this is also a disclaimer. I am not writing off or degrading any of these tomato varieties. Both of them have their merits and demerits. Both of them have where they are, where they have advantage and where they have disadvantage. So for everything that have merits, also have demerits. So disclaimer, I am not writing off any of the varieties. They are all good in their own way, and I'm a big fan of Platinum F1. I've been planting it for a very long time. So why do I have to now change from planting Platinum F1 to now going to plant Cobra? Now, number one, I have 2 to 3 reasons. Number one is the market demand. Number one is market demand. Now, number 2 is the fruit size in the both varieties. And number 3 is the shelf life of each of the varieties. So I will take them one after the other and make you understand why I have to come to this conclusion to do this particular variety in this batch. Hopefully in the next batch I will still go back to do Platinum. Okay, so number 1, market demand. As a farmer or as a producer, you produce either you are doing tomato, or you're doing pepper, or you're doing cucumber, or any vegetable, or you're producing yam or cassava, or you're into livestock, doing broiler or layers, or anything at all in this field of agriculture. I speak from a place of knowledge and understanding as well. I've done it for a very long time. Customers, your market plays a major role in what you produce. That's just the truth. 80% of the time you produce, your market determines what you produce, because you cannot produce what you can't sell. In many of my videos, I always talk about going for market survey, understanding what your market need, and giving them what they need. The only time you succeed in farming, when you produce, is when you give your market exactly what they need. You find out that it becomes easy for you to sell your farm produce. It becomes less stressful because you are giving the market what they need. But if you bring out what market does not need at that time, you might end up begging to sell it off. You might even sell at loss because it is not what the market needs. And don't get me wrong, you might be producing tomato at the right time, but the variety you have is not what your location need. So you look at your market. So number 1 reason why I had to say, okay, let me do Cobra F1 in this particular batch is because of the market. There has been a huge demand of Cobra in the market at the moment, and I've struggled quite some time to convince people to get used to buying Platinum, and I've moved into the market to Platinum a lot of times because of the kind of market that I have and how I distribute my produce. I sell. You understand? I sell. Even though sometimes we sell at lesser price than what the market is selling because it is platinum, but I still sell. And in my subsequent video, I don't want to say my next video because I might post something else in my next video. In my subsequent video, I will do a complete recap of how our last batch of production, what we produced, how many baskets we got, what we sold, and total revenue, so you can know how much you can make when you are planting tomato. But for this video, I'm just saying why I had to choose a particular variety other than the one I used to plant before. So market plays a major role in making me say, let me make a twist in what I produce, and also look at the market as well, because the market demand is always gearing towards a finer, appealing tomato appearance, a more reddish tomato, a more round tomato. If I know what I mean, appearance. That is what the market is gearing towards at the moment. So that's why I had to say, okay, can we switch to something else that will be appealing to the market, because they are looking towards appearance. Platinum, I produce them and sell it at a very affordable price. People are able to buy it because I sell it at a lesser price. But now, the market is not looking at what is less expensive. They are looking at what is appealing to them. So, Cobra have that good sellable value when you produce it because of the size, because of the appealing nature that it carries. So the market is gearing towards that direction. So I had to, as a business person, not just as a farmer, as a person that understands agribusiness. If you produce, you don't sell, it is more or less waste of resources and waste of time. So I had to be strategic and try to change something else and see how the market will be. Notwithstanding, I still have some few, like 20% of my tomato this batch also is still platinum, but majority of them is Cobra. Now that is number one reason why I have to change, because of market demand. And number two, I want to also reach out to a wider audience, a wider market that will require that particular variety. So I had to now go into this variety for this particular batch. Now, another reason why I had to go to do Cobra F1 in this batch, I talked about the shelf life. The shelf life. As I said before, it is not to discredit any of these varieties. They have their merits and their demerits. Now, the shelf life of Cobra tends to be way longer. And the exocap of the Cobra is thicker than the other variety. Cobra has a thicker exocap, so it has a very good shelf life. So that is why I have to say, okay, can I switch into this particular variety and try it out and see what we'll get at the end of the day. So that is another reason, because we can't continue to produce and in less than for 24 hours our tomatoes have gone bad. Customers are complaining. What you must always understand as a producer in agriculture, anything you produce at all, be it livestock or crops, you must learn to pay attention and get customer feedback. It is very important. It is essential to get customer feedback. So we've always had that feedback from our customers. Your tomatoes are melting, it doesn't take time to get bad, has too much water. So all those feedbacks keep coming back, and we have to find a way to marry the two, to balance it up and give the customers what they want. Because if you don't give them what they want, they will end up leaving your produce. You call them and they'll not want to buy again because they experience loss at the same time. So you have to listen to customer feedback. So because of that, I had to switch to Cobra F1 because of that shelf life, so that we will give our customers the best and they will also make profit. Likewise, we that are also producing, because it is supposed to be a win-win situation. You don't want to just produce and once you sell off, you don't bother if your customers sell or not, doesn't concern you. Even if they sell or they don't sell, they must come back to buy. It's not true. They can only be patient for a while and they can only take it for a while. And when they can't take it anymore and they see another alternative, they will move. So it is important to get your customers' feedback. That's why I have to change and also switch to this particular variety at this time. So it is because of all these issues, because of the market, because of customers, because of the shelf life of this produce, this particular variety, that we have to change. Now this is peculiar to my location. That's why I said, that's why I made out that disclaimer. In your location where you are, your customers or the market may prefer this other variety than this particular one. So that's why it's important to go to your own market, look at your location and know what sells in your location. Don't just say because I say I'm switching to Cobra, then you will now switch to Cobra. No. There are other varieties that are also good. There is Ansal, Platinum is still good. There is Nova, a lot of them. Look at your location and you make the best decision from where you are. Don't use because I'm doing Cobra and say, okay, Cobra it is, then we'll go and do Cobra. Look, study your market and know your market. I'm talking from my own experience and from my location. Now, one thing again I have to say, Cobra, as far as it is good, it have longer shelf life. The exocap is thicker, have this appealing nature. It is round, it is very red. But if it comes to production, Platinum gives me massive yield. Platinum gives me the highest yield. If it comes to production, it gives more yield than Cobra. So each of them have their advantage and their disadvantage. And this is the reason why I said, okay, this time around, I have done Platinum for a very long time, consistently for every single batch. Now, let me switch to Cobra and also look at this particular variety and see what we'll get at the end of our production. I believe you got value watching this video, and I also believe that I've answered this question to the best of my ability. If you got value watching this video, make sure you use on the like button and also share this video so that people will also watch and learn. Until then, see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.